Recently I got a lot of questions about the situation in the area or neighborhood that was affected by the flood disaster last year. And to be honest, of course people are renewing their damaged properties, but as far as the infrastructure goes, no one is doing anything, especially the state. So today I would like to show you around a little bit. So in this area there are many houses which are damaged in the first floor, and still they don't have mostly doors like this house. And as you can see here, this is the usual scenery. So the ground is destroyed. So this was usually a walkway here, but at the moment it's just left as it was, with many dirt from the water, and people had to remove the painting of the walls, as you can see here in these houses. As you can see here, this is what the flood left, and it's still not usable as a walkway as it was before, which is the case in most of the areas. As you can see here, the first floor is nobody's living at the moment, because usually they don't have gas in these houses. Some houses have, some don't, because the heater is usually in the basement and it was destroyed. And as you can see here, houses don't have windows, and also because of the cold now in the winter time, they had to add wood in the open holes of the windows. They had to cut trees. They were old and big trees, but they were affected by the flood, not stable, and some collapsed, so they had to be removed. And basically you can see here all these houses, they're not used, at least not in the first floor. They're all empty. This tent was a Red Cross tent, and now it's a supplier tent where people can get food and clothes still. And for example, some houses like this, it was a former hotel, and the owner, it seems, doesn't care, didn't do anything. So here you have still the mud from the flood here, and we can look inside. You can see, I don't know if you can see, but yeah, still the mold and the dirt from water inside. I don't know if you can see it clearly. It's maybe on the ground, you can see it there, the floor. This was maybe the dining room. The owner didn't do anything, as I said, so I think this has to be removed. And also, if you go around, you can see that the mold is going up until the roof. Although the water was only maybe the first floor, it's still all mold here. So this was a former parking lot, but the stones which were covering the ground, they had been removed by the water. This was a miniature golf place, and here we have these containers. They are toilets and showers for people who don't have gas still. They can take a warm shower, at least once a day. And also you can see here, this was a former walkway. It's completely destroyed and removed by the water. Here you can see some of the stones which usually built this walkway. But yeah, it seems that the government or the state doesn't care, doesn't give a shit about that. And yeah, that is there people are walking over the bridge. We'll go in a second. And you can see here also another destroyed walkway. And also you can see here people are still removing their furniture. And in this big house you can see they've made an outside kind of gas heating system. Usually what they're doing with that is they're supplying the heater circuit in the house with hot water made by an external heater, because the heater system in this house in the basement is completely being destroyed. So that is the usual picture here, these areas. And let's go to the river. Here you can see the river. This is the usual size of the Ahr River. You can also see that it's been destroyed here. This was one of the few bridges. I think there are only 2 bridges which were not destroyed in the flood disaster. This is one. Although here you can see still the protection has been damaged because there were trees sticking into this. And yeah, so this is the usual size, maybe, I don't know, 10 meters something. And the night when the flood came, the size was at this point they measured the size about 800 meters, the size of the river. And this place was a former tennis place, but it's now all gone. They have to remove these houses too. So now we will take a walk near the river. This is a concrete way, which is a former way for bicycles and for hiking. And also here you could go under the bridge, but as you can see there's nothing left here of the way. Yeah, but no one seems to care. Even the protection of the bridge, they didn't repair that. And so we walk a little bit further, and I can show you then where the way ends, because most of this way it's going maybe 30 kilometers into the valley of the Ahr River, but it was yeah, like here near the river. So most of the parts of these ways, of these 30 kilometers, is now gone, destroyed. Only here we have maybe 100 or 200 meters which are left, and yeah. So we'll go to the next place where I'll show you what's been destroyed. Here you can see in this area all the debris which is hanging there, because the water brought lots of woods and also lots of waste and shit, and also of course dead people, bodies, which I wouldn't guarantee that they will not find any body here under this, because I think no one was looking inside. And yeah, you can still see some waste here. This was formerly a very even space of grass, but now it's, yeah, mostly It's stones and sand from the river. What is that? I don't know. What do we have here? Something from a car. Yeah, and as I said, this way here near the river, it's seriously damaged already, but from there it's totally gone. And yeah, purpose of this video is mostly to show you that the government doesn't doing anything about this infrastructural things, because it looks exactly like it looked 6 months ago here. So you can see these holes, and actually here the river has the size like before, and also the form, the shape like before, but that is not the case with most of the parts of the river. It changed its shape drastically, which I will show you later at another point where I will walk. This place was a former soccer place, small soccer place, and a playground for kids. It's all gone, and also you can see that yeah, nothing happened, except that it's still waste there. And here the water was around about 2 or 3 meters high. So in some trees you can see, I don't know if I can find it, but you can see the damage in the about 2 or 3 meters height. So here we are at the location where I was filming the video, did the video shoot for my song, The Longest of All Nights. It's a single from my album Like Ecstasy. Please check it out. You can find it in my YouTube channel, and also on Spotify, iTunes, and Tinder, whatever shit. And yeah, as you can see here, again, the way the concrete is lying around, but the way ends. Usually it was straight there, and nothing happened, of course. Only that people who are walking here now in the dirt, you can see it's natural way now. And I don't know if you can see it here. Maybe let me take the camera. Here still also the debris hanging in the trees, hopefully with no human bodies inside, but we don't know. And as you can see there, usually the river was until there, but nowadays it's going onto here. And of course you find dirt everywhere around. There were people helping in the free time to clear up this place, and especially in the summertime. But since then, I think nothing happened. And although it's true that the biggest pieces of debris, like for example houses, parts of houses, and many cars, which were laying around here in the river, they were removed, and also some other dangerous things like gas tanks. It's still a lot of shit left here which has to be removed, which no one seems to care. And this is also a region which was very popular among tourists coming from the Netherlands and Belgium in summertime. But nowadays they cannot use this place because either the hotels, the camping places, camping lots, they're all destroyed, but also the way which usually they use for bicycle and hiking and some shit. So this is a very interesting place because if you look there, the the shape of the river is more or less like it was before the flood. Only on the left side there were trees which now disappeared somehow. It was more or less a small wood there, which is now not existing anymore. But from here, the river changed its shape drastically. Usually from here, as you can see on the other side, this these stones and shit, it wasn't there. It's about maybe 2 meters of stones high, which were not there before. It was basically like that, like you can see there back, and suddenly here are these huge fields of stones which the river brought. And also, of course, you can see here the debris laying around still, but as you can see here, the river, which in the past was just going straight forward, it's taking now a curve around these strange fields of stones. So from here it's totally different than before, because as I said, it was just going straight forward, usually in parallel to this way, which again ends there. But now we have these our own beach here, if you want. So maybe we can enjoy in the summertime, if or maybe it will disappear with the next flood. I don't know. But it wasn't there before. And of course, there's something which cannot be removed easily. I don't know if you can see it, but back there, over there, it's a it's a field of grass, and usually this was the case until there, where you can see now the people are walking, where the grass ended, and then there was a small piece of or a small wood of trees that you could not see the grass, which you can see now. Also, you can see these black pipes back there, which were for heat supply, and you could find these things everywhere around. I didn't know what it was because I saw it the first time after the flood, but they were laying everywhere. And nowadays they seem to to collect these and put the shit there. But there was also these were also private people, not some institutions from the state. And here's still a bridge laying, which is you cannot see the bridge here. There's a sign that says, "Please don't remove the bridge." Looks exactly like the day after the flood. And this bridge was around maybe 3 or 4 kilometers usually it was located. Now it's laying around here. And usually here you can see this is the way we are coming, and it ends here. And usually we went another 30 kilometers this direction there, but now it's gone. But we have these beautiful stones and shit here, and there's a bench which was located on the left side of the way in the past. The bench is still there. It looked much better maybe 1 year ago. And these are original trees which were there before, but what was not there is this field of stones here. It's usually the river was running here behind the trees, so maybe here, just from here where I'm standing. Let me turn around the camera. You can see my beautiful face. Where I'm standing here, usually the river was going, and then 10 meters. And now it's going maybe 50 meters further there. We will walk around a little bit. This shit. Yes. So there's the river. And here, where I'm standing now, usually I would be in the middle of the river before. And now I'm in the middle of nowhere. And honestly, I don't want to look in the debris and shit, because not that I could find maybe human bodies still, or parts of bodies. Also, sometimes people are finding some other strange things like guns or ammunition from the war, the World War, and sometimes also funny things like maybe photo books where people are posting their pictures of themselves naked in the holiday. But unfortunately I didn't find something like that. But I heard from people who are finding the strangest things here. Maybe a bottle of, what is it, vodka? Ah, it's broken. So no luck today for me, at least until now. Always when I'm walking here, I hope to find money. Someone made a bonfire here, I think. Yeah, that was maybe the people who drank the vodka. What do we have here? It's a little bit difficult to walk around here. What is very dangerous is if you find wood, pieces of wood where the nails are coming out, and if you step these woods, then you will hurt yourself. That happened a lot with the people cleaning up this place or helping to clean up a little bit. So you can see here these the way ends there. It's going down, and you can see also the red pipe, which was a usually there were electricity pipes and also gas pipes, water pipes under the river, going from one side to the other. And that was something which was maybe a electricity power cable, which was damaged, and they repaired it. But of course, it's not for. It's just that it's working, but it's not like it's supposed to be. And you see these things everywhere here, like even gas lines are laying around. They're fixed now in some areas where which are supplied with gas again, but they're not underground like they're supposed to be. They're just laying around on the grass or on the streets or somewhere. So and that is basically done by the gas company. But no one is addressing that. Usually someone has to put the gas lines again under the ground. And maybe I will show you how it looks like in the bigger cities, like Bad Neuenahr, Ahrtal. These are the biggest cities here in the Ahr Valley. And I can tell you, they're basically 90% of the houses are empty now. They look like the houses before, I showed you before. No windows, sometimes no gas. And of course the infrastructure is also, like here, it's damaged, totally broken. Yeah. So if anyone tells you that something is happening here, then you know now. Basically, in the last 6 months, nothing happened here, at least from the state or the government. And of course we are thankful for all the people helping, coming here and helping in summertime to remove or clean up at least a little bit. But what this area needs now is some professional help, some companies which can repair streets and infrastructure and shit. Yeah, we don't need people to remove dirt or something, but if someone can renew a gas pipe properly, this is maybe the place to go. So yeah, I hope you like this video, and if so, then please give me a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and if you like it, then I will maybe show you in other videos if something is progressing here, or maybe we'll stand here again 1 year later and it looks exactly like it looks now. So goodbye.